All right, this video was gonna be seat cover and a bunch of HVAC and dash and interior work on the truck, but I don't have any of the stuff I need for the HVAC or the dash, and there's not really a whole lot of interior for this truck. So the only thing left is a seat cover. I'll put a seat cover on it. All right, I had to get my wife to help me get the seat out, and she didn't want me filming her, which I didn't tell her that I've already filmed her before and put her on YouTube, but just let that go. This part of the floor is actually really solid. The part under the mat is significantly more rusty than this. So I guess that's a good sign. Less stuff I'm going to end up having to replace eventually. But like I said, I'll just vacuum this up and I guess put the seat back down. I don't even think it's not even surface rust or anything. I just gotta clean it a little bit. There's some trash in here. Ooh, quarter. Oh, it's a 1965. Is that the year or one of the years that it's worth more than 25 cents? It might be 64. I don't know. I'll check on that. Anyway, but yeah, this all looks pretty good. So I might pull this mat, but I don't know. There's nothing underneath there. I don't think I'm going to mess with that. I think I'm just going to vacuum this up. I took the seat out before I started really trying to blow my vents out. That way if there's any rat turds or mouse turds or anything, it gets blown out. It just won't get all over my seat. All right, here's my seat. And I was looking at it like, oh, it's just lightly shat in. But the more I got to looking at it, the more that... yeah, that's the color it's supposed to be. It's like that brown, and then the rest of it's just bleached from the sun. So I'm not even going to really worry about kind of trying to shampoo it or anything. This seat is actually in pretty good shape for being out of one of these trucks. Like it's like I've seen them before where the foam and everything's just gone out of here. So I don't know if this is even the original seat for this truck or not, but it's in pretty good shape other than like a small little tear here. I can cover that up with some duct tape. But, you know, it's a pretty solid seat and it's a real good candidate for a seat cover. So I got me a saddle blanket seat cover. The gold kind of color right there. Should match this truck pretty nice. I like these things. The kind of old school kind of saddle blanket seat cover. I don't know. I prefer them. I like they look. I like the way they look on these old square bodies. This is from Seat Covers Unlimited, and I hope it's one of the good ones because you can get some of these. You got to be careful buying these things because there's some of them that you get at your local O'Reilly Advanced Napa Zone, and yeah, they are terrible. Like if you just go pick one up from the parts store, there's some kind of cheap, chintzy knockoff that doesn't fit these seats right. It's got like some kind of fitted sheet, thin material that goes over the back. The fabric's super thin. They are just terrible. So you can get them And I haven't tried one of these yet because I've bought these old school type seat covers. They still make them, and like they fit great. I used to get them from like a guy off of eBay, but he quit selling them, so I had to kind of scramble. And you got to be careful because, like, looking on the internet, they all use the same picture, so you got to be really careful. I did like kind of YouTube like a Seat Covers Unlimited like installation video, and it seemed like this was like the old school way they used to do it. It's got like ropes that you kind of have to go back and tie, which is, I want to say, it's more time consuming, but I like the overall fit way better. The new ones are garbage, like I said. So I hope this is like the old school way the seat covers used to be made. So that's what I'm really hoping that this is. I haven't opened it yet, so, but I guess we'll, find out here in a few seconds. All right. Hopefully I'm not disappointed. Oh, that's a good sign. These are the rope dreadlocks things that I was talking about having to tie in. And like I said, they're more time consuming, but I think this is one of the good ones. So hopefully. Ooh, it smells good too. Smells like an old truck or new clothes. It smells like new clothes, like new jeans or something. All right, stand by while I read the instructions. Oh, man. That bag is... Oh, the bag's not a toy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I should have definitely read the instructions first. These things need tied before you put it on the seat. Oh, crap. All right. All right, first getting the back part of the seat cover secure. There's 6 loops that run. They're in the middle of the seat cover, and you just tuck them in between the seat belt, or in between the back and the bottom of the seat. So you tuck that in. Actually, before you start, you can just tie string to them, and then use the string to pull them through if you want. I kind of did it backwards there, but it doesn't matter. So I got all 6 strings tied to 6 of the loops. And the back of the seat cover, there's 6 loops that go across. So all you do is you go and go from the middle of the seat, that bottom, find its corresponding loop, and then you'll tie it. Start from the middle and work out and get everything adjusted. I don't have it tied yet. All right, well, I messed up filming that, but anyway, on here, you put a string on every other loop, and then you just loop it down, tie it to one of your springs, and then come back. And like, I don't have it finished on there yet. Like, I tie it almost like a double knot, but I leave one end looped. That way, it's easy. It's like a bowline. Like, you can easily untie it, and I'll end up doing that whenever I get it all on there and start adjusting it, because you got to make sure, I want to say, everything's like straight, because it'll start getting pulled and stuff. So all I'm doing is, this is like double knotted, so that's staying there, but the other end, you can put like a slip knot in if you want, but right now I'm just leaving it almost like a bowline, where I can untie it again real easy so I can adjust it. stabby. What is that? Stabbing. Jesus. Well, this side was a struggle. Also, when I dumped the seat out, a bunch of like acorns and stuff fell out of there, like out of this part of the seat. So that's great. Anyway, instead of V'ing these two together, it was pulling them. It was like bunching up the seat really bad. You can still see it's kind of bunched up, but it was way worse before. So this one just got tied to the bracket right here, and this one got tied to the bracket right here. So I'll have to reevaluate the passenger side and see if it looks bad, which it didn't seem like it looked as bad. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, so to tie the sides of the seats together, you can try and tie them like together, like all the way. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. If these aren't long enough, then this seat actually has nice thick like springs in it. The later 80s like square bodies, the springs were a lot thinner, but these are like, man, they're like 3/16 rod pretty much. So I'll be able to tie them together. I'm gonna try and just tie them loop to loop across to get them really tight. I just tied a water knot into 2 of these, and like I said, it's gonna be super close. Like, I don't know if it's gonna work or not. So let me try that and see if it works. Man, that's not gonna. Oh, it's gonna be close. That'll work, I think. Yeah. I think that'll work. Yeah. So that'll work. Let me try the other 2, but it's close to those ropes being too short. All right, I'm just tying a water knot to get these 2 ends to tie together. So basically, I'll just not dress it or anything so you can see. You just do like a regular overhand like this. And then if you just take this one and follow this rope back through, so you do this and just follow it back through like that. And that's just a typical water knot. Now I'm going to dress it to where these ends are like super close. But that's essentially how you do that. All right, it's all tied, test fitted. Like I said, I don't have it double knotted or slip knotted on the end. So I can just, those basically loops, I can untie those and pull it and cinch everything down into place. And you can also see on the passenger side where I did it at first, where I V'd those 2 together, you can see what I was talking about where it bunched up real bad. Like, oh, there's one of the acorns. Where it bunched up real bad there. And on the driver's side where I struggled, it looks a lot better. It's still a little bit bunched up, but it ain't near as bad. So I'm going to redo that with another one of them on this side. And then I think I just need to straighten everything out. It looks like the whole thing kind of needs to come down and like down into the passenger side maybe a little bit and straighten up some of that back. It looks like this needs to come over just a smidge. So I'll do some, I would say, finessing or just some adjusting on this and get it a little bit better. And this is what I was talking about. Just like I said, just a single knot with a loop is I can just pull this, untie it. Nice and easy to untie. So I gotta bring this around, I think this way. Yeah, it's better. Go around this bracket here. Get my fingers in there. tight. This one down, oh, that looks a lot tighter. That looks tighter than the driver's side. What'd I do? Set this back down, make some adjustments. Like adjusting the driver's side to match the passenger side now. The passenger side looks great now. The driver's side would be better because, oh, I know what I did. I went around that side. Oh yeah, there we are. Right, now let's adjust her up a little bit. Oh, it's gonna hit my tripod. That looks better. All right, it's looking like we're just about got it. I need to adjust a little bit more down here. Like so. That corner down there. I need to adjust the top a little bit. Maybe I need to adjust the top a little bit. And maybe the bottom just a smidge. Oh yeah, maybe I need to tighten that. Yep. Looks like everything just needs tightened a little bit. We should be pretty good to go. I like the pockets, I like the way it looks, and I think I like the way it fits. Oh, damn it. I just broke it. Too tight, too tight. Man. Probably was under the most stress out of all of them too. Right there on the bottom when he's sliding in and out of the seat. Alright, finished product. I think it fits pretty good, and like I said, I like it. The only snafu I had was, it was probably my bad, but I was pulling too tight and it yanked like the loop part out of this bottom one, the stitching. So I just ran it through, and I ran it through the hole where the stitches were. Is it gonna hold up? I don't know. Luckily it's on the passenger side, because these things will unweave once you tear them. So hopefully this doesn't cause me any issues, but we'll see. Like I said, luckily it's on the passenger side, so it won't get used quite as much. But other than that, seems to fit real well. Covers everything. Like I said, it was seat covers unlimited, and so this is like the old school one, like how they used to make them back in the day, instead of the new ones that you get from the old O'Reilly Advanced Napa Zone. Those things are trash. So this one I'm happy with, and like next stop is putting it in the truck. All right, finishing up the seat install. I cut all the excess string that was hanging off the ends of the knots. Some of them were pretty long, so I went ahead and cut all them. Make sure none of them got stuck in the track or hanging out where you can see them or anything. And I took white lithium grease and I sprayed the seat tracks down. That way they're all lubed up and they'll move nice and free. So here it is inside the truck. Had the wife help me put it back in. And this time she kind of changed her mind. She was like, yeah, I don't care if you film. Well, then the battery died in the camera, so I didn't get any of that footage either. But it's not a big deal. Anyway, it looks good though. Like I said, they fit real good. I like the way this feels, and I like the old school, like this type of seat cover. Like I said, it's thicker fabric, seems to fit real nice, and hopefully it lasts and don't tear up or anything. So here it is. Like I said, here's the finished product. That's it for this video, and I think the seat cover turned out really well. It's the seat from Seat Covers Unlimited. It seems like it's a pretty good quality. It fit pretty good. The material seems like it's pretty thick, so it should last. I don't mind having to do those dreadlock rope things and tying everything in, especially because I pulled the seat out and had it sitting on the ground, and that made everything a lot easier, especially trying to do all that stuff. You can do it when it's still in the truck, but having to reach up underneath and trying to tie everything kind of upside down like that, I don't think you get everything quite as tight. And the fitment, you can't really get the fitment quite as good as if it's just sitting out on the ground. And it just makes it a lot easier. I do recommend doing that, as long as your bolts aren't broken off or rusty or anything like that. And this truck's pretty rusty, and the bolts still came out real easy, so that was pretty nice. So like I said, I like the way this turned out. The next video is going to be the interior HVAC controls and heater controls and all that stuff. So that's that video. Just remember, you got to pick up a wrench so you can put the hammer down. Thanks. So this video will just be the seat cover. Enjoy. Ow! It got me. Oh, my back hurts. It fits, and I like the way it turned out. Just remember, you got to pick up a wrench so you can put the hammer down. Thanks.